Welcome everybody to the Short Sports Show. I am your host Daniel Short. Today is Monday, January 19th, 2015. And before we start off, I want to give a special shout out, even though he really doesn't need it. I recently found out yesterday. I was looking through my Twitter feed, had a notification, hadn't been on Twitter for a while. And I look on there, I see, followers, gained 4 followers. I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever. And then I happened to click on who was following me, right? I was like, this picture looks awfully familiar. I need to see who this is. It was no other than Toronto Blue Jays outfielder Jose Bautista. Yes, it was legit Jose Bautista. This wasn't a fake account. This wasn't one of those, like whatever, they make fake ones for athletes and whatnot. This was the legit one. I looked it up. I read everything on it. I paired it up when, the Blue Jays, the actual account for the Toronto Blue Jays, or when they tagged him in it for his, when he's doing like a special thing or whatever, they tagged him. I clicked on the account. It says the exact same thing. It says following me. I was going crazy. I wasn't even following him at the time. I am now because, that's, I have to because that's just, respect. I thought that was awesome. So, anyways, anybody got the special hookup, you share this episode. This would be the biggest one. If you have not shared an episode just yet, go ahead and share this one. Because if this happens to get out to him, possibly, because this is the only way I can get in contact with him, maybe an interview, maybe a guest on the show. I don't know. We can do something. Baseball season is just right around the corner. It's getting closer and closer. We're going to start talking about baseball more. He could be our best guest. We've never had another guest on the show, so he could be our first and the best one, just like that. Could be the start of something, people. I'm just saying. So let's get that going. Hashtag, man, y'all should think of a good hashtag for me. Hashtag Jose Bautista to sports show. I don't know, the short sports. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Social media people, you guys are a lot better than me. Y'all make this happen. Let's get this going. So again, shout out Jose Bautista following me on Twitter. That is awesome. I'm following him. Let's get this. Come and be a part of this show. Let's do something. So anyways, now that we're good with that, I just had to get that out the way. I was so excited yesterday. Made my day. What also made my day was the NFC and AFC Championship Games. Both teams winning that I wanted to. The New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. We will see them in Super Bowl 49 in Arizona 2 more weeks from now. I'm excited. I am freaking ecstatic. I really thought it was getting real scary. I was thinking the Packers were going to win it. I think everybody thought the Packers were going to win it. But I know Seahawks fans, your team is a second-half team, and all you were looking at was that 21-20 type victory. At least that's what I was thinking, but, they went for that extra point, whatever. So, or 21. Final score is like 22. No, it went overtime. Either way, game's over. Seahawks won. I'm excited. We're going to talk about that game along with the AFC Championship game as well. Some new head coaches around the league that have been confirmed now, and also another one on the way with only one team left in the Atlanta Falcons, most likely having their next guy. And also some college football news, which we will talk about right now. Not a whole lot of college football news. This is that really, we're entering that huge, slow part of the season now with college football. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have the National Signing Day. So we'll talk about that with some of those college athletes, or high school athletes that are going on to college and who they're going to play for. Well, that's really when it starts, I guess, picking up a little bit, not a whole lot. Because right now it's just, people that are transferring. Now the NFL decision, whether they want to go to the NFL or not, that's over with. Now we already know who the juniors and redshirt sophomores who are leaving to the NFL. We know that now. Really, this is just that slow part. But, so yeah. Thankfully, we still got the NFL for a little while longer. And then we got to hibernate for about 7 months, 6.5 months, before we get some good NFL action, other than the NFL draft, of course. But anyways, here we go. After just making 3 starts and winning them all, including the national championship, Ohio State quarterback Cordell Jones will return next season and compete for the starting job, saying, quote, "I don't know why you guys made it such a big deal. like I said, it was very simple for me. This was just minutes after bypassing the NFL, to, I guess, as you're an undergraduate, whatever. When you're not a senior, that's when you say, hey, if you want to go to the NFL or not. He said, nope, I'm not going to do it. Deadline's passed now. And he made this special announcement, just had this press conference thing, making it seem like, okay, yeah, he's going to be that shocker. He's going to go ahead and say, hey, thank you, Ohio State. JT Barrett, this is your team now, and I'm leaving. Going to the NFL, and a lot of scouts had him, even though it was just 3 games. The way he was dominated those teams, it was saying, hey, you know what? This guy is 6'5", 250, able to pound through defenders, keep pushing forward, able to make some nice throws, good decision making, third best quarterback, just like that. Which, I can see why. I mean, he did an amazing job, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him gone in the second, third round. Especially by the third round, of course, but second round, I don't think we would see him in that late first round, possibly, but I couldn't really see a team, taking him over a couple other, their team needs or whatever. But anyways, saying he's going to stay at Ohio State. Now Ohio State has 3 quarterbacks who can start for, it says most, but I'm going to say all power conference schools. I mean, JT Barrett can start anywhere in the nation over almost anybody. Braxton Miller, he's the big guy. He's the guy we want to know where he's going to play, where he's going to play college football. I think he's an odd man out. Cordero Jones is back, so we know Cordero Jones isn't transferring. He's staying at Ohio State. He even said this, that, of course, he wants to be an NFL quarterback, but he wants the time to be right. He said he wanted to graduate college first, which that is something I wish most athletes would look at. I understand they come from different backgrounds. They need money. When they know they're going to be guaranteed drafted, they need that money. They go ahead and say, hey, I can get my degree later. Sometimes it works out, and other times it really doesn't. But this is what he said. After 3 games, the NFL was out of question. A first-round draft pick means nothing to me without my education. That's huge. Cordero Jones is making a huge statement. Just saying that, even though I don't think really people had a first-round grade for him, but if he was guaranteed to be a first-rounder, to say that it means nothing to me, but he's also talking about that money because that's what it comes down to. Without the education, without the degree from Ohio State, that is what he wants first, and then football later, which is amazing because when you have who he is, the stats, the physical presence that he has, to just say, you know what, NFL, that's what I want. That's what I want my career to be, but, anything can happen. I need my education first. That is what matters. That is awesome. That is a statement I wish most athletes would say, especially some of the juniors that leave when you're really not guaranteed a first-round draft or any type of draft. You just say, hey, I got to go because I need the money. I don't know. I don't like that. But anyways, Braxton Miller, where is he going? That's what we need to know. Really we haven't had any real reports on what he's going to do just yet. We've had a lot of rumor reports, or majority of them fake. Could be going to Florida State. Could be going to Oregon. I could see Duke. I see that as a wild card. I could see that being a dark horse saying, hey, he just sees Florida State. He sees, Oregon, but maybe he wants to prove that to the NFL people saying, hey, I can go to a smaller school, lesser talent, but I can win there. I can make this, I could, throw the yards, throw the touch, and have the stats, and show you that I can play with anybody on the field. And also show that he's smart, going to Duke. Still, even though you're an athlete, you still got to have a pretty solid, got to be smart. Could do that. Florida State having all the players saying, hey, all the NFL players saying, hey, come over here. I know Oklahoma, they had Tony Jefferson, one of the ex-DBs, plays for the Cardinals now. I believe he was the one that had the picture with the 4 girls saying, hey, come transfer over here. I don't see Oklahoma. I mean, Trevor Knight's still going to be a senior. I don't think he wants to go anywhere where he's going to have competition. That's why he's trying to leave Ohio State. I mean, Braxton Miller could most likely beat Trevor Knight. I actually would beat Trevor Knight, but still, once it's just that clear cut, let's just get it done, make my way to the NFL. If somehow they all stayed, I think JT Barrett and Cordell Jones, I think they're for sure staying. Braxton Miller, I just don't stay. Do not stay. Go somewhere. Come to Texas State. That would be even better. That's not even out there, but I'm just saying, if that could happen, come to Texas State, become a Bobcat, help Texas State actually become good at football. That's what I like to see. Anyways, let's move on. Utah and head coach Kyle Whittingham have agreed to the terms of a new 4-year deal that could keep him with the program through 2018. The school announced Friday that Whittingham will earn $2.6 million in 2015 with an automatic, check this out, $100,000 raise each year through 2018. The total contract is worth $11 million, and that's after Utah finished last season with a 9-4 record, including a 45-10 victory over Colorado State in the Las Vegas Bowl. And the Utes were ranked as the number 21 team in the AP's final top 25 poll. Solid pickup for Utah, keeping him there. But wow, automatically you can go 3-9, 4-8, whatever. Still automatically get $100,000 raise till 2018. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Not a good way to make a living. Texas, check this out. Texas has hired former Oklahoma assistant Jay Norvell as its new wide receivers coach. Why? This guy, you will never step foot in Oklahoma ever again. Especially if somehow Texas beats Oklahoma. This guy, Jay Norvell, will never step foot in Oklahoma again. Norvell left OU earlier this month after 7 seasons, including 4 as offensive coordinator. And I thought I heard he was fired. I don't think he left. I thought I heard he was fired. But anyways, prior to his time at Oklahoma, Norvell had coached at UCLA, Nebraska, Iowa State, Wisconsin, as well as in the NFL. But what really got him to go to Texas, said mainly Charlie Strong. His vision, his plan, his recruiting scheme, his philosophies, said he liked the vision of Texas. That's why he wanted to go. And also, head coach Charlie Strong still has 1 vacancy left to fill on his coaching staff after tight ends coach Bruce Chambers was fired a couple of weeks ago. And then that's it. He completes his coaching staff. But Jay Norvell, I guess he didn't really like Oklahoma that much. I mean, never been there. I don't know what there's really to do in Oklahoma, but that's it. Hope you enjoyed, because that's the last time I'm going to Oklahoma. I don't think any Oklahoma fans, if you went to Oklahoma State, no one's really going to care, even though that is a rivalry. Texas, Oklahoma, people forget just because they have down years the past couple seasons doesn't mean this isn't as big as a rivalry as Auburn, Alabama. This is bigger than Auburn and Alabama. Red River rivalry is huge. Wait till these teams get a little bit better, and they might, maybe they have some things happening this season. I don't know. Oklahoma got a good offensive coordinator, the guy from East Carolina. That should improve their passing offense a ton. Hopefully Trevor Knight gets this system down this time. Texas, they might get Connor Brewer back. If you Texas fans remember, Connor Brewer was there for y'all. Transferred out, went to Arizona, got beat by a freshman, graduated already. Now he's looking at his options where to go, and apparently Texas, he said he'd be open to come back. So we can say bye-bye to Terron Swoops, whatever his name is. Say goodbye to him and maybe move him to wide receiver or something, or keep him at backup at quarterback. So you could have Connor Brewer back. You can actually pass the ball this time. Who knows? Also, quarterback Steven Rivers has announced, if you remember this guy, has announced he's been granted his release again by Vanderbilt and will transfer to another university to finish his final year of eligibility. Yes, he is the younger brother of Phillip Rivers of the San Diego Chargers. Steven Rivers, though, is 6'7". Check that out. He transferred to Vanderbilt this past summer after graduating from LSU in May. He started one game and played in 3 others, going 25 of